What is up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here, and welcome back to episode 16 of the Linton Hotspur story. We are now at the end of the season, as I said we would do, and as you may have gathered, we didn't really have any important games, unfortunately. But we got to the end of the season. We finished it. We've improved on last season, which is the main thing, really. So we didn't have any worries, really. Some little worries, but not as bad as last year. So let's get into the actual fixtures. So the live game last time was Newtown Grange at home, which was the halfway stage. We then lost 2-0 at Haddington Athletic. Um, we were actually 0-0 at half time by Kieran Adams in the 61st minute and Cammy Blacklock in the 77th minute actually gave them the win. We're going to beat Arniston Rovers in the Kings Cup third round. Another penalty win. We were 1-0 down at half time through David Stravers, but Liam Strong in the 67th minute pulled us level, and then we actually ended up winning on penalties. So that's two penalty wins in a row in a season. We then lost 3-0 to Cumnock Juniors in the South Challenge Cup fourth round. We were 1-0 down with inside 2 minutes. Fraser Wilson giving them the lead. But Robbie Cole in the second half getting a double to give them a 2-0 win. We then returned to the all-important league where we lost 3-2 at home to Luncarty. We were 2-0 down inside 17 minutes. Ryan Kennedy in the 8th minute and Nicky Ware in the 16th put Luncarty 2-0 up. But Del Allen scored on the half-hour mark to give us hope. And we actually equalised through Lewis McAllister in the 86th minute. But just 2 minutes later, Kai Kirkpatrick gave Luncarty the win. We then played Haddington again and lost 4-2 this time. We were 4-0 down inside 25 minutes, which was appalling, to put it bluntly. Seamus Russell, Jamie Smith, and a double from Raymond Stewart scoring those goals. But we put a little bit of respectability on the scoreline with Del Allen scoring with 5 minutes to go and Chris Angus in the 92nd minute, making it 4-2, which was a bit flattering to be honest. We then won 3-1 at Blackburn United. Del Allen actually put us 1-0 up in the 2nd minute. Chris Angus in the 28th minute actually made it 2-0. Dominic Kane actually pulled one back for Blackburn in the 73rd minute, and Chris Archibald in the 77th made it 3-1 to actually give us 3 points. We then followed this up with a 0-0 draw at Bonus Athletic. We then went into qualifying cup fourth round against East Stirlingshire and ended up losing 4-0. We were actually 2-0 down at half time. Daniel Allen getting a double in 2 minutes, putting us 2-0 down. And then another double, this time from Ewan Graham in the second half, made it 4-0. And we went out of the cup. We then lost 3-1 at Hill of B4 Hawthorne. We went 1-0 down from Mark Rooney penalty. He then made it 2-0 on the hour mark. And then with 4 minutes to go, Ryan Connolly scored to make it 3-0, but Liam Strong gave us a goal, so that we ended up losing 3-1. We then drew 3-all with Harriet Watt Uni, which again was a really good result. Liam Jewell actually put them 1-0 up in the 9th minute. Jordan Armstrong couldn't equalise in the 27th minute to make it 1-1. 3 minutes before half time, Del Allen scored again to make it 2-1, and we actually went in 2-1 up at half time. But Jay Charleston King scored in the 69th minute to make it 2-2. And then Callum Laird actually gave them a lead with 18 minutes to go. And then our youngster, Balin Maikata, who actually was making his debut in this game, equalised to make it in the 81st minute, but then had an actual forgetful last couple of minutes as he ended up getting sent off. We then lost 1-0 in the Kings Cup quarter final at home to Vale of Leithen. A 32nd minute goal from Max McGinley was the only goal of the game to give them the win, which was a little bit disappointing as semi-final had been drawn before that, and I felt like we had a chance to get into the final if we'd actually won it, but we didn't. We then lost 2-0 at Armiston Rovers in the league. Anton Crab put them 1-0 up for a penalty in the 5th minute, and then Leo Smith in the 77th made it 2-0. We then went on the run to pick us up to move away from the relegation zone. Started with a 1-1 draw with bottom of the table Kinnell. Del Allen with a penalty in the 26th minute actually puts us 1-0 up, but a Pat Slatery goal in the 61st minute made it 1-1, and that is how it stayed. We then picked up our first win in a few games by beating Preston Athletic at home. Another Del Allen penalty on the half-hour mark actually gave us the win. We then followed that up with a 4-1 win at Ross Syth. Del Allen again in the 9th minute actually puts 1-0 up. Connor Mackin in the 15th minute made it 2-0, and 2 goals in 4 minutes before the half-hour mark from Steve Johnston actually puts 4-0 up within half an hour, and 4 goals in 16 minutes. Alan Clark did pull one back for Ross Syth to make it 4-1. To be fair, I think that was a result that actually gave us safety, not guaranteed, but plus enough ahead to actually make me feel like we were safe. We then made sure by being Crossgate's Primrose 2-1. Jamie Gibson in the 59th minute, and then Conan Mackin in the 21st minute made it 2-0. Greg Harrower did score 6 minutes from the end of the actual first half to make it 2-1, but we held out for the 2-1 win. We then lost 1-0 to Vel of Leithen. Conor McManus penalty in the 31st minute being the only goal of the game. We then lost again 1-0 at Dundonald Bluebell. Alex McGrory in the 39th minute, again the only goal of the game. We then finished our last home game of the season at home to Livingston United with a 2-0 win, thanks to Del Allen goal in the 23rd minute, and then a second goal just 5 minutes into the second half to give us a 2-0 win. And unfortunately, we lost to Luncarty away in the final game of the season. Dean Quinn in the 57th minute and Jamie McPake in the 85th minute made it 2-0, and we ended up losing the final game of the season. So that defeat actually did drop us down a place to 9th, as Luncarty themselves actually overtook us. But we ended up finishing 9th, 11 points clear of the relegation zone. So as we can say, it's a vast improvement on last year. Bearing in mind it was down to the last game to basically keep us up. Player stats wise, our leading goal scorer has to be Del Allen, and it was with 25 goals, followed by Conan Mackin with 11. And our leading assists were 2 players on the same, which was Liam Strong and Chris Angus, who are both on 12. As we see, Chris Angus is wanted by 26 teams. That's actually mental. That's actually a lot of teams. I love it when that happens. We've had youth intake, but I'm going to be honest, I've completely forgotten who they were. There was no one really that stood out, to be honest. Finance-wise, it's not great. We're on 13,000. The sponsorship deal will end in 16 days' time, so we will get a bit of money at least to improve that. Here's hoping it's a decent amount. So these guys are actually not. I'm not signing these guys. I'm leaving them be. But yeah, it wasn't too much a shout about. And again, I will be going for a reserve team and youth team. I get a feeling we might have to wait until we're even in the Premiership, or we get to the Lowland League, Highland League for that. But I'm going to keep going every year until they basically say yes. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. As I said previously, it will return to 4 episodes a season. It was just kind of a mess up from my point of view with the recordings. So we will go back to 4. The first one will be the summer window on the first game of the season. And then it will be game number 10, game number 20, and potentially the last game of the season, unless we have, like I say, any very important games, which are either promotion winning or cup finals, basically. Hopefully, we can make some transfers in the window to improve our squad. I do have something that hopefully will help me sort that out. But as I said, guys, that is it for this episode, guys. Leave some likes, leave some comments, subscribe, and as always, take it steady.